Bagged and Board. I am Vlad St. Valentine. With me is Mr. Joseph Bowen. What's going on, brother?
Not a whole lot, man.
How you doing?
Oh, if I had this much whiskey.
You have, and I see your rocks are melting under the lights over here.
Oh, shit.
Were those full ice cubes when we started this?
Oh, yeah, and it went to like here.
And that's how much we bullshitted around?
That much? Yes.
Yeah, we have 20 minutes of wasted video because Miles is a terrible babysitter.
We blame Miles for my incompetence. I'll say our incompetence.
Our disorganization.
I refuse to take full responsibility, but I'll say I'm part of this lack of responsibility.
I will say that it never happens when you're not here. We usually get these videos done. We would have been on the third video by now if you weren't here, just saying.
We also don't have Caden babysitting, so yeah.
It's true. All right, so we're here today reviewing King in Black 4. We start off with Dylan in the Hive Mind. Noel obviously dragged him there, even though we haven't really decided what is the Hive and what isn't, because it was really kind of convoluted the last time we discussed.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mess.
It really is, but we got a little bit of backstory here. Dylan starts hearing a voice in his head, and I knew it wasn't Silver Surfer because it didn't have a blue outline around it.
Right, and we also know it wasn't Thor because the font didn't change. It wasn't Deadpool because it wasn't yellow.
We get the trope of the random voiceover the random voiceover reveal later on. Again,
right?
Like 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, it comes.
Right?
Yeah,
Silver Surfer now. Spoiler alert: we get Jean Grey talking in Dylan's head. So the voice shows up, of course, and she's it at this point is telling Dylan, and Dylan's sitting there staring Noel down. Noel's doing his whole, in a way, you're my son and you're very special to me, and giving a little bit of exposition dialogue. The monologuing all villains do.
So
it's the monologue scene.
It's your typical bullshit of I'm a man, I'm in charge here. Yeah, it's the usual bullshit you get from a villain from a comic book.
But he's basically saying, all my little rebel symbiotes, my children, my little rebel children, they conspired to create you. I guess they all hung out and like genetically modified Eddie Brock's semen, and I don't know, but he said he's the product of, he was created by the rebellious children. So in a way, he's Dylan's father, yada, 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 convoluted mess.
Is a bit of a mess. Yeah,
but
it's a mess.
We get a reveal. Also in this, before we move too far on, something Caden, I think we just got, maybe it was you and I forget who I do these things with because I drink a lot. We're talking about Noel. I think I was talking about this Caden. Noel gets his jaw knocked off by Thor.
That was on this one. That was that was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you and Caden, but I did read it. Yeah.
He said the symbiote, reformed his jaw. And I was like, well, I think he just kind of is made of symbiote, so it probably just reforms. Just in general reforms. But in this issue, the jaw is specifically black, showing that it wasn't the same jaw. It's
right. It's a new one growing in. Yeah.
Is it growing in, or is it part symbiote and that part of him's just gone now because he got hit in the face by a thunder god?
Right. And it's just a new jaw that just formed. Yeah.
From his symbiote. Like,
yeah,
he's got a physical body, but that part is gone. And now the rest of it, because as it was kind of disrupted, you saw his like lower jaw was kind of like,
because they did cut to a scene where it shows like it forming again, and it's still on the ground by him. So yeah,
but he can still talk miraculously.
A lot, for that matter. More so than I think he really needs to.
Too much for you?
It's a bit too much. Like I'm sorry. Like I like the character a lot, more so than I thought I would. But too much of the "I am darkness" talk is just it's too fucking cliche, man.
Was it really him talking that much this time around? I mean, he was a little bit with Dylan, but was it just the stuff from Jean talking about him?
Well, no, because a lot of it is him talking, and even like in the last episode where Thor was saying, "Oh yeah, I get it, you're God, you're king, blah blah blah, whatever."
Even Thor was telling him to shut up.
Yeah, and it's like I was on that same page the first episode in.
Dude, all right, I'm just sorry, but if you took down the Celestials, wouldn't you stroking it a little bit?
Fair enough, but at the same time, like how many times can you tell the same group of people who are all clearly all connected through their earpieces, whatever? Oh, I'm a god, I'm a king.
He's not saying it for them. He's just
touch my butt.
It's masturbation.
Yeah, that's all it is. And it's too much of it. Like too much of that is just kind of annoying to me. I can't really. I'm glad Thor called it out I'm glad he knocked his jaw off as well in the process.
But it didn't stop it from happening, and they kept doing it because they're trying to fill up
It's
pages and
still going
stuff.
on.
Yeah.
You still
Jean Grey does show up and kind of invades Noel's mind, or
Right.
well, she encourages Dylan to
and
fight
Dylan, yeah.
back, and Dylan's like,
Tell him kind of what to like. Here's what you can do. Here's your timing. Here's
she's
how
like,
you can
shut
handle
up,
it.
and Noel's like, take my hand. And he's like, no, you killed my dad, and
Right.
it kind of
Because
mentally
at the same
attacks.
time, Dylan seems to show a lot more power than you'd think he'd have.
But at this point, he attacks Noel, and with the guidance of this voice in his mind that we come to find out is Jean Grey, and he releases all the heroes who've been consumed by symbiotes.
Right.
Thor's, released, and the Invisible Woman, and Doctor Strange, who like grabs his staff and turns himself into some weird elder god thing that I don't know what that is.
I don't either. My only guess is Radagast from Lord of the Rings.
I don't know.
He's now got like bird shit in his face. Like I don't know.
I don't know. It looked like Ra's al Ghul to me, but
well, I go Lord of the Rings, you go DC, whatever. Either way, it's clearly not
there's
normal.
There's
for
two
Marvel.
DC things in this one. I'll get to that at the end here.
Okay.
So after Dylan makes his kind of attack on Noel and releases all the heroes, and then Doctor Strange goes Super Saiyan.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
She's in their minds and tells them to make this concerted effort, and they kind of give all their energy blasts and kind of funnel everyone who's still infected.
Right, from like all four corners, and like trying to funnel all of the other symbiote things into a
area. And then Storm and Thor hit their lightning bolts on it, and because the lightning does affect the symbiotes,
even though standard fire and
doesn't.
Sonic's doesn't.
Even though they can try the microwave heat the same way that Firestar did in Maximum Carnage 8,
which we'll get to
next. Yeah,
we'll be getting to that.
So not a lot happens in this installment. After this, Jean kind of gets into Noel's head, which if anyone's powerful enough to get into someone's head, it's Jean Grey. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So Jean enters Noel's mind, and she's trying to figure out a weakness, and she's like, "Oh God, there is no weakness. There's nothing that can defeat him or hurt him. He is of the void." And then she figured out, he was made from darkness, and he was the first being in the darkness, but he isn't the darkness. There is a light and there is a darkness. There's equal and opposites. And so,
which fought previously and beforehand. And
yeah, they pre-exist him. So when the darkness created him, the light created equal and an opposite being.
Exactly.
Which has taken the form over time of essentially a light symbiote.
Right. Which is weird. But then again, we've had the anti-venom at some point.
Yeah, well,
so like, you know what? Whatever.
It's the first Marvel Green Lantern. Tell me I'm wrong.
Considering I've read all the Jeff Johns Lantern shit, yeah.
Because we'll get to the end of this. I said this now. I want you to remember what I just said, because we're going to come back to this in a second. All right? Because
if they turn the symbiotes into lanterns,
Jean Grey is in his head and realizes all this backstory, the history with the light god, the god of light.
Right.
And the god of light chose to become a symbiote light being and transform itself. And it's trying to break into the shell of darkness that Null's put around Earth. It's what we found out with Silver Surfer in the last issue.
Well, yeah, because Silver Surfer's been outside pounding his way in.
Which,
for a while.
she's like, he's he can't get in. Well, he's been on his way there.
Yeah.
And the being of the god of light's been pounding on it for a while. Silver Surfer had just shown up.
Okay, because that's why I guess
he was traveling there. Still,
I thought the Surfer was the one trying to do it with the help of said light.
So said light was trying to pound on it, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Jean's like, "Oh God, it can't break through." And then Silver Surfer's like, "Don't worry, I'm here now.
Do it. Yeah,
I can break through." So he like puts it in his chest.
Yeah, it's a fucking power cosmic. What do you expect? Yeah.
And then breaks through, takes out a couple of Celestials like it's nothing while he's at it. And then he's like, "Oh, you're not here for me. You're looking for a different warrior.
Yes.
Go to who you're supposed to go to."
He lets it go. Yeah.
And then it goes to Eddie Brock, and it says, coming back to Round West a second ago, it says, "Eddie Brock, you have been chosen," just like a lantern ring says.
True. And
and then he's sitting up in his hospital bed with like lights all around him. And I had to say, I will accept this because I love Green Lantern type stuff. So I'll take it in any form I can get it, even in a bootleg version in Marvel. And Marvel and DC have a rich history of bootlegging different things from each other. So
Well, all
it's
the
fine.
best shit from both of them came from Jack Kirby. So, you know, it is
Well,
what it
that's true,
is.
but also, John Layfield created Wade Wilson, who is Slade Wilson in the Marvel
I'm not going to
universe.
give him that pass. Mr. I don't know how feet or hands work.
But that was it for this episode, or that was it for this issue. Why keep saying episode? Fuck
He
me
keeps,
running.
same difference.
Yeah.
Episode.
But that was it for this issue. That was all that really happened.
It was
Dylan,
more. It was
Dylan
more.
led an attack on Null, a successful attack on Null, with Jean Grey's help. So Jean Grey's entered the battlefield, which was kind of cool.
Right.
And she probed Null's mind, which was neat. And she found the only weakness is his opposite, which is this god of light who is a symbiote himself, and he chose Eddie Brock's broken ass hospital ridden body as his host. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the next issue. What Eddie becomes. He's like Sinestro as the White Lantern is basically what this is.
So so given what we just said here, I like the fact that it was Jean Grey that was talking to everyone, because they made it look like Charles Xavier seemed to have some control over everyone's brains and can talk to everyone. So the fact that it was Jean Grey instead talking to Dylan, I actually really like that fact more so than it being Xavier, because for a long time I thought it was Xavier talking to him.
I think had it been Xavier, it would have nerfed Null.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm glad it was not Xavier. And now I also like the fact that Jean Grey showed up wearing her standard green outfit with the mask and
yeah, Jean Grey
she looked like original Phoenix Jean Grey, which I'm all about. And if you're absolutely all about.
If you're creating a character that's supposed to be able to take down Celestials like they're nothing, he's supposed to be like the supreme baddie and he's the end all be all. And I don't know if he would probably take on Thanos and kick his ass in a second. If this is the guy, you know what I'm saying? Then
because given in Infinity War, Thanos was able to hold his own against 5 or 6 Celestials at once.
Yeah.
Galactus being one of them, which Galactus is my boy.
Well, Thanos with the Infinity Stone and the Infinity Gauntlet killed everything.
Mm-hmm.
The personification of space and time itself was useless.
Yep,
against
exactly.
Him, so. Yeah. Eddie Brock leading into there's only 5 issues in this, isn't it?
So far we're
on issue 4, but I think the series only runs to 5 or 6.
I think 5 or 6, yeah. But I honestly did not like the fact that the symbiote of light, if you will, goes to Eddie Brock. I did not like that.
Well, I didn't mind it because I didn't like the idea of him existing only as a codex piloting a symbiote the way that T-Rex is. You know what I mean?
Right.
With symbiote with Eddie, the real Eddie Brock being dead, and this is just a memory of him that existed from the Hive that broke out.
Right. And I get it, this is the Venom, so let's give him the godlike symbiote power, whatever.
I'm okay with them bringing him back to life in a different way. That's
I don't
fine.
like
I'm okay
this way. I think they should have put that power elsewhere. For instance, to give it to Dylan.
Oh, he won't keep it.
No, but I'm just thinking then again, I'm coming from a point of we got a new idea coming in. It should go to something new. Why use it to fill in Eddie Brock, who's already been Venom? He's been anti-Venom. He's already dead. Let him die. Give it to somebody else and let them carry it on and become a bigger, better thing. That's my problem. But then again,
Joey,
maybe
you are the 5% of the population who usually gets jobs in Hollywood working as executives who makes terrible fucking decisions like that turn off the rest of us.
You're welcome that my type gave you Charlie's Angels 2.
No, your type will be the ones who be like, no, Luke Skywalker, fuck Luke Skywalker. You're the Ryan Johnson. That's a Ryan Johnson thing. Kill the past, let it die. Yeah, you can look at me angry if you want to, but that's exactly what you just fucking said to me.
I have never encouraged a Canto Bite scene in my entire life.
No.
I take this offensively.
You should, because it's a horrible insult.
Because Canto Bite was a bad idea.
The whole thing was a bad idea. But what you basically just said to me was, I want to move on from this. People don't want that. People want anytime you're I'm the daughter of somebody. What happens? The franchise fucking dies because no one gives a shit about the daughter of something or the son of something or the whatever. No one fucking cares. And with superheroes, you have the luxury of these people never aging, so you don't have to pass it over to somebody else.
I'm sorry, but like, if it wasn't for the fact they created other characters and more things, guess what? Superman and like Captain America or Spider-Man, for instance, didn't be fighting supervillains.
You can create other things.
Whoever, like, Superman be stopping like a standard burglar.
That's not what
who
you said.
Took a fucking car.
That's not what you said. You didn't
I'm
say
saying,
creating
like,
other things.
I'm saying
you
when
said
things
replacing
progress.
them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah, they can
progress. But when you try and take Cap's shield and put it on fucking Falcon, people stop reading.
I'm not talking about that. Yeah, that bothered me too. I'm just saying, like, the almighty, like,
what I'm saying, what it all comes down to.
Okay. We'll take this back to like the way DC did it with the White Lantern ring. Okay, so originally went to Sinestro, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was all for Sinestro getting it.
Yeah, it made sense for the story.
Yeah, made perfect sense. I go, fuck yeah, give it to Sinestro, and then it turned into something different, which is like, oh, give it to Hal Jordan. Of course, give it to fucking Hal Jordan. Like,
and at the end of the day, what lantern colors are they wearing?
He's still green, and the White Lantern became Swamp Thing, which I did not see coming.
Because at the end of the day, you have to reset. At the end of the day, they have to be where they started out. Because at the end of the day, no matter what glowing space fake Green Lantern Marvel ripoff that Eddie Brock got inhabited by, in 2 months, he's gonna look like Venom, and he's just gonna be Venom, and this will just be the history.
Yes, you're right. But I think they can. I believe when you bring something new in, you can give it to somebody new. I think there's a lot of potential with Dylan, the character of Dylan. I don't
disagree with you.
I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's work that can be done with him.
New is fine, but you don't have to shit and destroy the old to make the new good.
And I think letting, Eddie Brock, the original villain, the original Venom, because I can't speak English.
He's gonna be Venom, and that light thing or whatever it is.
Let him go. Find a way to bring him back as Venom, whatever. But like.
Yeah, that's what this god is. It'll bring him back.
But the anti-null.
Yeah, it won't.
Don't let that be Brock. Make that. I'm fine with being Dylan. Or you know what? Shit, I don't even care. Make it Spider-Man. I don't care. But like Brock is kind of he's already been a few things. Like, give it to somebody else.
Well, if anyone deserves a right to ascend, it would be Brock, wouldn't it?
You're right, but I don't like that you're right.
Especially with the storylines now with him fighting the fact that he doesn't think he's a hero and the fact that he really is a hero. This would make more sense for him to ascend at this point.
Well, yes, but you can consider other situations
and then in 2 months,
but like
he's going to be the regular Venom again, and whatever this entity is, it'll be attached to somebody new, and there'll be a new thing, just like you want.
Right. I just don't want it then. I want it now.
Well, tough shit. We need a way to bring Venom back to life without him just being a memory from the Codex. They need a way for his physical body to be in existence.
I'm getting close. This is for Caden. Fix Marvel. Do better. The end.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on Bagged and Board. I've been Vlad St. Valentine. This insufferable tumor next to me is Joey.
I'm very good at being insufferable.
This is Colin Robinson sitting next to me.
I really am.
My own personal energy vampire.
It's not my basement. I mean, no, it is my basement. It's not my parents' basement.
Idiot.
Dumbass.
That's what
Dumbass.
Oh, shit. I think he got me.
Oh!
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Please stay tuned. We'll be getting what's up next.
Maximum Carnage 8.
Maximum Carnage 8. And
we got a few other things coming too.
The conclusion of this series will be coming up, which means the next Venom issue and then the final issue for this. And then, damn, Maximum Carnage still has.
I think we're like, halfway through. We still got another half to go. Yeah,
damn,
it's a big book. It's a huge book.
Yeah, take that, story. Absolute Carnage. Fuck you guys.
So much story. And guess what? They did so much more with it as well on top of that. Yeah. Plus 2 video games. What can we stop this?
I've been trying to for the last 10
This is the downward
minutes.
spiral of bad news bears, homie. Like we
gotta close it out properly. These slap nuts won't shut the fuck up. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. Again, closing thoughts.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I bet you don't. You fucking.
I heard slap nut and you had me at slap. Oh, damn girl.
Did you get it pierced? Oh, you're just hard. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just hard. Yeah, there's no piercing. Not
I thought
yet.
it was pierced.
I'm worried it's gonna rotate because like I don't want to pierce it goes up and down. Like you want to, that's weird. Happy birthday, Jesus.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us here on Bagged and Board. I've been Vlad St. Valentine. Please like, please subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Joseph, any last thoughts, man?
Got nothing.
Fair enough. All right, guys, go read some comic books and say hi to your mother for me.